Savannah and the Lowcountry. You're watching WJCL 22 Morning News, the one to watch.
All that holiday eating and drinking can take a toll on your heart. Coming up, the warning signs to watch out for and steps you can take to protect your heart. A deadly car crash in Bullitt County. Troopers say a failed yield sent 2 cars off the roadway. How drivers were affected and what authorities are saying this morning. Beaufort County schools may soon face new library book restrictions. The board reviewing several challenge titles. Their decision could determine whether the books stay, go, or require parental consent. Before we get to those stories, how about we take a live look at those roadways? I-95 up at Pooler Parkway. As you can see at 5:01 this Thursday morning, things moving right along. And thanks so much for moving along with us and joining us this Thursday morning. Welcome to WJCL 22 News. Good morning, I'm Frank Sulkowski. Let's waste no time getting over to meteorologist Melissa Hall. She's got to check on that forecast. And Mel, I tell you what, yesterday stepped outside. There was a giant burning orb in the sky.
This bright yellow thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were scared of it because it's been missing for about a week.
Yeah, no, it's back and it's back in full force.
We'll take it.
We're going to have it the next several days. Absolutely. Take the wins when you get them, my friends. Now, today, this morning, it actually feels nicer than it did yesterday morning. I say nicer. We're still in the 40s across the area, but we've got some changes in our forecast. We've had a cold front move through. Now, skies are going to be clear. You're going to get to keep that beautiful yellow orb outside, but temperatures behind that front gonna be a little cooler. Yesterday we got into the mid 60s. Not today, my friends. Get ready for it. Looking live there in Hardeeville, you see those clear skies, so get the sunglasses out, but grab the extra layer. 42 feels like 38, and while we've all stayed in the 40s, a lot of us feel like we're in the upper 30s thanks to that wind out of the west, 8 to 12 miles an hour. So what should you wear for school today? Getting those kids ready? Cold start with those temperatures in the 40s, but you're gonna have to keep the long sleeves around. We're only going to be at 52 by outdoor recess, and after school, still plenty of sunshine, but about 10 degrees below where we typically are and several degrees, almost 10 degrees below where we topped out yesterday. But Frank, warmer weather working its way back into the forecast, and we're going to have it for the weekend, but we're also tracking a very strong blast of cold air. I'll tell you when to expect that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Melissa. Well, as holiday celebrations ramp up, experts are warning about a rise in what's known as holiday heart syndrome. WJCL 22 News' Madeline Cooper. She is live with a sign that doctors say you should never ignore. Good morning, Madeline.
Good morning, Frank. We're just 2 weeks away from Christmas, and doctors tell me that this time of year, more people are showing up in the ER with heart problems and not realizing that it's caused by the food on their holiday plates. Holiday heart syndrome happens when the body is overloaded with salt, fat, and alcohol, all common in holiday meals. Cardiologists say those ingredients can push the heart into a fast or irregular rhythm, and some people, they can even have a depressant effect that disrupts normal function. They say symptoms can start quickly, even after just one heavy meal, which is why families need to know what to watch for.
So you're in this kind of fog afterwards. You think you might have caught something from being around people. And that's this holiday heart syndrome. And you might still be in atrial fibrillation. You might have a rhythm disorder. Your blood pressure might fall a little bit. You might not be processing things as you would, usually. In extreme examples, people can pass out, and nobody knows why.
Doctors say older adults and people with existing heart conditions should pay extra attention to portions, hydration, and any unusual symptoms. Coming up later in the show, you will hear from experts on those simple ways to protect your heart this holiday season. Reporting in Savannah, Madeline Cooper, WJCL 22 News.
All right, thanks so much, Madeline. Well, in Bullitt County, state troopers responding to a 2-vehicle crash yesterday afternoon. It happened around 3:30. Post 45 troopers responded to that crash on Ash Branch Church Road and Highway 46. The driver of a Kia Forte failed to yield to a Ford Explorer, forcing both vehicles off the roadway. The Kia then hit a power pole and overturned. The driver of that vehicle was pronounced dead at the scene. The other driver was airlifted to Memorial Hospital in Savannah. Now, this is a developing story. The investigation continues this morning. Of course, we will be bringing you the latest here on air and online at WJCL.com. Well, more library book restrictions could be coming to Beaufort County schools. The Board of Education met last night to review several challenged books. Beaufort County parents say dozens of titles violate state rules on sexually explicit material. The state board has sent 5 books back for reconsideration, including The Handmaid's Tale, Milk and Honey, and Perfect. A district committee previously said the books could stay on high school shelves without limits. Now the board will decide whether they stay, if they're removed, or if they'll require parental consent. South Carolina remains one of the leading states for school book restrictions. Staying there in Beaufort County, a balloon release ban set to go into effect in the city of Beaufort. It's the first city in the state of South Carolina to have that type ban. The council meeting members, well, they passed the ordinance to make the release of balloons within the city limits unlawful. A local wildlife advocate spoke ahead of the leaders making that decision about the dangers the tradition poses to the salt marsh.
As blood, sweat, and tears, you can thank my parents, I'm a child of the 70s, famously saying, "What goes up must come down." Our region is home to 50% of the salt marsh in the entire state of South Carolina, with South Carolina having the largest amount of salt marsh in the nation. In 2024, more than 170 balloons were removed, which represents 13.3% of all trash in the county.
Now, several other states have similar ordinances, including California, Florida, and Tennessee. Well, the U.S. will be ending the year with a possible second surge of measles cases. According to new data from the CDC, 84 new cases of measles were reported nationwide during the past week. That's more cases than have been reported in a single week since April. But an outbreak in South Carolina is now driving this second surge. At least 114 cases have been reported in the Palmetto State since October. The vast majority of those cases have happened in unvaccinated people. If the outbreak continues into the new year, into January, the U.S. is at risk of losing its elimination status. Georgia voters are opening up about the growing feud between Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene and President Donald Trump. Greene recently announced she's resigning from her 14th congressional district seat following a public fallout with the president.
Loyalty should be a two-way street, and we should be able to vote our conscience and represent our district's interests because our job title is literally representative.
And residents in her district say they understand why Greene would make such a drastic decision.
She stood for him when no one else was, when it was, in many instances, for many people, it was political suicide to stand with Trump during that time. For him to turn around and call you a traitor because you disagree, I would personally suggest over foreign policy issues. I would be upset too. And I think that she's actually been for Marjorie.
I believe she's setting herself up to run for a bigger office, statewide office or something like that. I would not be surprised. With her rhetoric, she must have some very good advisors. And she must have a very, very good team if it comes to social media. She is everywhere on social media.
Now, Greene's last day in Congress will be January the 5th.